Alright, today's project is this Cub Cadet push mower. I got this thing for free on Facebook Marketplace like a year ago, and it's been sitting at my house waiting for me to work on it after all the other stuff, and its time has finally come at the end of summer. I don't know what's wrong with it. It pulls, I'll show you, all day long, but it will not start. So we're going to go through it today and get this thing running and hopefully put it back on Facebook Marketplace to sell it. And I'll just go through what I'm going to do to check it, and yeah, if you're having the same problems, hopefully this will help. The first thing I'm going to do is start taking off some of this plastic just so I can see what I'm doing and to work on it. We'll go ahead and pop this cover off. There's a little bolt right here. Now I'm going to go ahead and pop this off. Slide this up out of here, out of the way. Now I have the gas tank and this shroud ready to take off. Okay, now that I've undid these bolts, I'm going to go ahead and take the air cover off. Doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's pretty dirty. I'm definitely going to blow it out, but I don't think that's the reason it's not starting. We got some long bolt and 2 nuts. Okay, here, this hose, I think they're both breather hoses. Get that off. Just leave that one on there. It's not going to be in the way, I don't think. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and clamp this fuel line. Take it off. That looks pretty bad too. That could definitely be a reason. So this is on like this. Now I'm going to take this off. And without spilling too much. There's even any in there. Okay, now I'm going to pull the choke off. I'm going to take this. Here's a little spring. On the side and the hole, and then your clutch linkage. Okay, there we have the carburetor off. Not that dirty, but get her cleaned up here. Okay, I'm going to open this carb up so we can clean it. Oh yeah. I don't know what that is. Definitely not gas. definitely some nastiness going on in here, so we'll get it cleaned up. While the ultrasonic cleaner is heating up, I'm going to do a few more things. Check the spark plug here. Just make sure it's not rusty on the inside. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's not rusty. It honestly doesn't look like it was running too bad when it was running, but I think all that gas, all that bad gas, it's never gonna run. Spark plug looks good though. Alright, I still have some extra time while that's cleaning, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean this air filter best I can. Moving on, since that gas was whatever that was, I need to clean the rest of the fuel system, so I'm going to take this fuel line off and blow it out or replace it. I finally got it off of there. I had to cut it off. So now I'm going to work on cleaning out this fuel tank. I have my ultrasonic cleaner here. I have the top part of the carb, the bowl, which looks really bad, the bottom. Here's the float with the needle. It's still attached because it stays in pretty good. I'm just going to put it in this little tiny top that I drilled holes on. Here's the bar that holds the float in, and the nut that goes on the bottom. So I'm just going to set these in here, and this is just simple green, the purple kind. Get it cleaned up, and I won't leave this in here the whole time. This just for a little bit. You want to make sure you're soaking all the jets. Looks like mine's going to go in there pretty much all the way. Okay, now my parts are probably pretty clean, looking much better. Just gonna blow them off. Now I'm gonna go ahead and reassemble this carb. Pretty simple, really. This float goes back on here, make sure your needle's in, and you're just going to slide your pin through, just like that, make sure it's working. Going to put the gasket on. Really should have had a new one, but don't have time for that right now. Don't forget there's a little washer that goes there. Okay, ready to put back on. Okay, now I'm going to put this carb back on. So first is carb. So first I'm going to put this little tiny spring in. Pull that back. Gotta put a little bend in it. So I'm going to put this linkage on. Like that. Now I'm going to put it on. Just like that. Now this goes on here, on here. Okay, now this linkage is on. Now I'm going to put this back on. So, and this gasket here on. Now I'm going to put this top piece back on for now, so I can fit my fuel line on. Okay, now I'm going to hook my fuel line up. Okay, I have my gasket on. Next, I am going to move this back a little bit. Need to connect this again. Now we can put our air box back on. Final couple steps here. We're gonna put our pull cord back on. And our top piece. Now, all there is to it is to pour some fuel in. I put some gas in this thing and got it all put back together, so let's see if she'll start. I think that'll do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That carburetor was nasty, and ultrasonic cleaner is worth the money. Just as a summary, yeah, see you guys next time.